Good morning, friends. It's Amy Deb, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great morning. Oh my goodness, I've got a story for you. It's Thursday, and I told you guys last night that I had to get up super early today to start work. And I left my house at 4:10 this morning. At 4:10 this morning, I left my house. And before I can preference this story, I've got to ask a question. As you jump on, let me know, do you use your Google Maps? Do you use your phone's Google Maps? I've got to know who uses Google Maps before I start this story. And I'd love to know where you're watching from this morning. I'm actually in McKenzie, Tennessee. In McKenzie, Tennessee, it's an hour and a half from my home for work today because I'm doing some training with a company here. And I love to do training with company. Hey, Lisa. Lisa does not use Google Maps. Who uses Google Maps? I've got to know because you guys are going to die at my story. Lisa uses Waze. Okay, that's cool to know. I had the most scariest, funniest, horrific morning this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've got to fill you in on this story. So Lisa uses Waze. I've heard of Waze. I don't use it, Lisa, but it would still apply to this story. So who else uses their phone for maps? I'm going to tell you guys, as you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from. I live in Jackson, Tennessee. Cindy uses it. I live in Jackson, Tennessee. Pam uses it. All right, now they're coming in. Come to Kansas City, Missouri. I love Kansas City, Missouri. I've been there, Celine, and it was beautiful. They actually had an awesome area that we went to. I'm trying to think of what it was called. Oh, they had like outdoor seating at these restaurants. It was a really cool place to shop. It was so much fun. I love Kansas City. All right. Oh, Linda uses it, but she doesn't trust it all the time. Nancy uses it. Okay, guys, so let me start filling you in. This morning, I had to get up super early. I'm an hour from Union City. Hey, Joy. Yes, I'm actually an hour and a half from Union City from my home, too. So today I'm in McKenzie, Tennessee. It's an hour and a half from my house. And I just have to preference this by telling you guys that I am a maps girl. I use my maps every day. I use my maps in my own hometown. If I need to go somewhere, I plug it in my maps. Number one, it tells me the speed limit without me having to watch my car. Number two, if there's road construction, it'll give me a reroute. Number three, I don't know where I'm going. Like, I live here, but I love my maps. I use my maps everywhere I go, unless it's the same place I drive every single day. My maps are on my phone. If you see me in my car, I've got my maps on. So let me just tell you, I had some training scheduled early morning in McKenzie, Tennessee. So I had to get up this morning at 3:30. I had to get ready and I had to leave my house in time. And I always leave early, always. If I've got to drive, I always leave early. I'm not going to let my clients down. But let me just tell you, at my house, I plugged in the maps. It said I was going to be there at 5:29. I was going to be there a whole 30 minutes early. So my map said I'm going to be there at 5:29. I'm on my way, just listening to the radio, just dancing like I do every morning, just enjoying the morning, just excited about the day. And I realized that I did not like the radio station. So I was going to plug in my music. I love Apple Music. So I went to turn on my Apple Music and it wouldn't play. And I pulled over on the side of the road because I don't play with my phone. Pulled over on the side of the road and I realized my phone says SOS at the top. SOS. So I had no service. I don't know what SOS stands for except emergency. So either way, it said SOS. I had no service. So I was like, oh, well, that stinks. I'm going to turn my phone on and off. That way my phone will work. So I turned my phone off. I turned it back on. SOS. SOS. I'm like, what the heck? So guys, I went back to my maps and it was gone. My maps was gone. I had no maps on my phone. I was driving an hour and a half from my house to a place I've been to one time in my life. I had no clue how to get here. My maps are not working. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So there's no traffic. There's no people. I can't call my husband to ask him how to fix my phone because my phone would not work. It says SOS. Can't make a call. Can't text nobody. Can't find my maps. I can't Google how to fix SOS on my iPhone. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, I know where there's a gas station. It's a Pilot. Surely the Pilot has someone young working there that can help me with my phone because I'm an idiot. So I race to the Pilot. I'm racing to the Pilot. 4 o'clock in the morning, dark. It is so dark, y'all. I get into the pilot. There's lots of truck drivers in there, of course. There's some people working, a lot of people who don't speak English. And I just go in there and I find the youngest group of people. And there's a lot of truck drivers, but I was scared to talk to the truck drivers. I know. I'm scared. I'm just telling you the truth. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, pitch black. I have no clue where in the world I'm going. I've got a scheduled meeting at 6 a.m. I do not want to let my client down. I don't have maps. Can't call my husband. I'm freaking out. Okay. So I pull into the pilot. I go to the youngest group of people because I thought surely they will be able to help me with my phone. And they were shopping in the pilot for like the little trinkets. So I knew they were traveling. So I walked up and I said, "Hey guys, I got a weird question. I'm hoping you can help me." And they're just looking at me. And I said, "You don't speak English, do you?" And they said, No. Oh my gosh. So then the pilot has fast food, right? So I went over to Hardee's and this young girl was helping the people in line. And I said, "I really hope that somebody knows how to use a phone better than I can. I need some help. I'm freaking out." And the girl with all kinds of weird colored hair, she just looks at me and smiles. And the guys in line, truck drivers, said, "Oh, your phone's not working? Well, congratulations for just finding out. My phone hasn't worked for 2 hours." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?" So he tells me that AT&T has this power outage. And the other guy says, "Oh no, it's not just AT&T. Verizon don't have any power either." So I'm seriously at a dead panic. Guys, I don't go anywhere without my maps. I've been to this town one time in my life. I don't even know how to get to McKenzie, Tennessee. I have to have my maps. So I actually was going to look for the old school maps in Pilot. Like there had to be a paper map in there. At this point, I'm like seriously really scared because I can't call my husband. I can't call my mama, and my mama would be second in line. Can't call my kids. I can't call the employer. Like I've got a meeting with this employer in an hour and a half and I have no clue how to get there. And then I thought, well, he's going to call me. He's got my cell phone. He's called me multiple times over the week just to make sure our schedule is aligned and we're there together at the same time, same frame of scheduled work. So I was like, he'll call me. That's what I'm thinking to myself. He'll call me. And then I'm sitting there talking to these truck drivers. I'm like, he's not going to be able to reach me. He's not going to be able to reach me. He's going to call my work. My mom's going to answer the phone and she's going to try to call me. My husband's going to try to call me. They're going to think I'm dead. Like it's pitch black. I have no clue where I'm at. I am freaking out. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you're seriously freaking out? Like I was scared and I was still in my town. I could have went home, but if I went home, I'm not going to make it to my scheduled appointment. I don't let my customers down. If I tell you I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there unless I can't be there. So this truck driver, he was so nice. I was not scared of him. And I know this is so awful. I'm telling you guys, I'm scared of people, but I was scared of people. It's pitch black, 4 o'clock in the morning. Very few people inside this Pilot, except for a bunch of truck drivers who are taking showers. And the employee that works there, she was no help. Fast food employee, she just smiled at me like she didn't know what in the world I was asking her to help me with. I was showing them SOS on my phone. Turned my phone off 100 times. It wouldn't work. So I feel stranded. I know where I'm at because I'm still in my town, but I have a job to do. So I had a choice. I could either turn around and go home and just say, screw the day, I'm going home, or I could trust this truck driver to help me out. So this is what he told me. Creepy, guys. He was so nice, but creepy. He says, "Oh, where are you going?" And I said, "Well, I've got a client waiting on me. I've got a room full of people waiting on me." That's what I said. I got a room full of people waiting on me. So I wanted him to know people are waiting on me. He probably thought I was a nutcase that was scared to death, but I was scared. So I told him I've got a room full of people waiting on me, but they're waiting for me in McKenzie, Tennessee. How do I get to McKenzie, Tennessee? So he just looks at me and he said, "Oh, you got this. You got this." He don't know that I don't go anywhere without my maps. I don't got this, y'all. He was giving me all these directions. He said, "Okay, you got 2 choices. You can go down Highway 70. It's really dark. It's a 2-lane road, very dark. You can go that way. It'll take you straight there. Or you can get back on the interstate and go to exit 108. So I'm listening to his words. I can get on 70 and go down some dark roads, 2-lane roads, or I can get back on the interstate and go to 108. So I told him, I was like, "Well, I think I'm going to take the interstate option. So tell me, when I get to exit 108, what do I do then? Because I'm not going to have a phone service. I don't know where the hell I'm going." So he says, "Okay, when you get to 108, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that." And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am freaking out. A truck driver is telling me how to get somewhere. I have no idea where I'm going. He just told me to go down a dark road or take the interstate. But then when I take the interstate, there's so many turns. If I take the dark road, he says it's a straight shot. So now I got to decide, am I going down the dark road or am I going to take the interstate? Guys, I am seriously panic. My armpits are sweating. I stink now. I'm at my employer's. I just finished 2 training sessions. I'm stinking. I'm sweating so bad. Let me tell you, when I got here, and I did make it, when I got here 5 minutes before the class starts. I was originally supposed to be here 35 minutes before the class starts. I got here 5 minutes before the class starts, and my phone was not working still, but I got a text message on my watch. And Ricky says, I hope you're okay. It's unlike you not to answer your phone. I hope you made it there. And that's all I got. So I tried to text him back on my watch. Failed. It didn't go. So I've got 5 minutes before this class starts. And I tell the employer, I was like, look, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I've had a heck of a morning. It's been very eventful. I've got to call my husband. Can I please use your cell phone? His cell phone's working. So I call Ricky and I'm like, hey, babe, I made it. I'm sorry if I scared you. I scared myself to death this morning. I will never turn my phone off when it says SOS. If you have your phone say SOS, do not turn it off. Because when you turn it back on, guys, it ain't going to work. You don't have no maps because you have no Wi-Fi. So this is what happened. When I left the pilot, I decided I'm definitely not taking the dark road. That was scary. And he told me it was a dark road. And it was a single truck driver who knew I had no clue where I was going. Like, I've watched too many scary movies. Haley, if you're watching this, scary movie alert. I was freaking out. Oh my God. All I could see in my mind was the truck driver coming after me down this dark road. And he's pulling up behind me as fast as he can. And he's bumping into the back of my car. Like, I'm just thinking scary movie stuff here. I'm scared to death. Pitch black, 4 o'clock in the morning. No clue where the heck I'm going. Don't have my maps. Can't call my husband. Can't call my mama. Can't call my baby girl. So have you guys ever been in a situation where you're scared to death and you have to make a choice? Because what I did is I decided to go to exit 108. And I was crossing my fingers and praying the whole time and listening to the music, trying to calm myself down and dance. Like I was trying to get back in my dancing mood, but I was freaking out. So this is the thing. I got to exit 108 and there was a gas station right up there at the exit. A gas station. It's a big Casey gas station because Pilot didn't have no Wi-Fi. I couldn't get on Wi-Fi at the Pilot. Pilot's got everything. They got showers. They got keto foods. They got snacks. They got pizza. They got daggone hot dogs. They got everything going at 4 o'clock in the morning, but Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi. So I decided to go into 108. I get to exit 108 and there's a big lit up gas station. A big gas station is a Casey gas station. So I walked in there and I said, girls, I need some help. And they just looked at me. I said, y'all have Wi-Fi? She said, we do. And I said, oh, thank God. So I put it on my phone, pulled up the Wi-Fi, connected instantly. And I said, I'm going to McKenzie. I know it's not far from here, but I have no clue where I'm going and I need my maps. So as soon as I turned on the Wi-Fi, I opened up the maps, typed in the address, and I showed her my phone. I was like, girl, thank you so much. And then I ran out the door because I had to get here on time. I got here 5 minutes before my training started. The employer probably did think I was nuts, but thankfully he's known me for a little while. So he knows me. And he let me use his cell phone to call Ricky and I got here. So now my phone's working. That's why I'm able to do this live video. I have no idea if AT&T towers are back up or what the heck is happening with AT&T. But Lord, please, AT&T, y'all shared this message. AT&T representatives, AT&T CEOs, AT&T customer service, AT&T. Don't let your towers go down at 4 o'clock in the morning when a girl is scared to death in the pitch black talking to truck drivers about dark roads, trying to get to work on time when she don't know where in the world she's going. Just keep them going. Make sure the phone towers only go down in the daylight when there's lots of people around, lots of traffic. You can get people at the stop signs you can talk to. Like, I need help and I need my phone. So don't ever let it go down at 4 o'clock in the morning. Guys, I hope y'all are having a great day. My day is going to be fantastic. I hope the phones don't go out again because I got to make it home this afternoon. So my last training here is at 4:30. That means I'll be done at 5:30. Then I got to get home and it's going to be dark again. It's going to be dark again before I get there. So I got to make sure I've got some Wi-Fi or some written directions when I leave this facility today because I want to make sure I get home because I got a lot to do when I get there. How crazy is this, guys? So I hope you are having a great day, and I hope you guys didn't get lost this morning. I hope you made it to work on time, and I hope you enjoyed this laugh, because I'm just laughing now, but I'm telling you, this morning my pits were sweating. I was stinking by the time I got here because I was literally scared to death. All right, guys, y'all have a good one, and I will see all of you later. And I hope you never go without your phone maps working. And let me just tell you, if there's an SOS, this is the main takeaway. If you see SOS on your phone, turning it off and turning it back on does not help the problem. Make sure you stay on your maps. Make sure you start your maps before you leave home. That's why I got to where I got. I got to where I got with my maps. My maps were working. And then all of a sudden, dead in the water. And I thought turning my phone off and turning it back on to reboot was going to fix the problem. So always, always turn your maps on while you've got service. Always. And then if you lose service, your maps will still work. It just says offline. When I finally got it to work at the Wi-Fi at the Casey station, I got my Wi-Fi on. And as soon as I left the building, my maps were still running, but it says driving with maps offline. So I guess that just means if I come up on a wreck, I'm coming up on a wreck. It ain't going to keep an update. Oh, that's a good idea. Sheila says pull up your map and screenshot the directions. But see, this is the problem, Sheila. This is the problem. I got to have a map. I got to have the road on my phone. I got to see it on my screen. I got to follow the purple road. And it always tells me, go through this stop sign to the next one. And it tells me, turn right in 500 feet. Like, I need the maps. I'm not good with navigation, so I need my maps. So that's a great, great recommendation, and I would do that if all else fails. So that's a good idea. All right, guys, if y'all have better ideas for traveling tips, go ahead and put them in the comments, because I'm always traveling, and I'm always using my maps, and I never want to see SOS again. Guys, y'all have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.